Israeli airstrikes are still being reported across Beirut, and the Lebanese Health Ministry says at least 6 people have been killed and 7 injured in an Israeli attack on a health center in the central suburb of Beirut. Now, you must remember it is a war crime to target health workers. But the Gulf Cooperation Council, meanwhile, has reiterated its support for Lebanon and also called for the implementation of a 2006 UN resolution that calls for Lebanese troops and UN peacekeepers to be the only armed forces south of Lebanon's Litani River. The Council, which is made up of countries including Qatar, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates, urged the international community to fulfill its responsibilities in order to maintain security as well as stability in the region. The losses, though, were the deadliest suffered by the Israeli military on the Lebanon front in the past year of clashes between Israel and its Iran-backed Lebanese adversary. But the Israeli military says regular infantry and armored units were joining its ground operations in Lebanon just a day after Israel was attacked by Iran in a missile strike that raised concerns that the oil-producing Middle East could be caught in a wider conflict. And according to a report, by the way, Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, warned Hezbollah leader Nasrallah to flee Lebanon just days before he was killed in an Israeli strike. My colleague Trent Murray joins us from Tel Aviv with the latest updates.
Well, we are hearing Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been meeting with cabinet ministers as well as senior military and intelligence officials, charting a course on how to respond to the Iranian ballistic missile attack. Now, the IDF has confirmed that 181 of those missiles were fired at the state of Israel. Most of them were largely intercepted by the air defense system, as well as 2 US warships which are currently parked off the coast. But we have had an admission from the IDF that some of those missiles did manage to make it through and hit several Air Force bases. Now, they are insisting that no aircraft were damaged or military facilities, but they are saying that some office buildings and maintenance facilities did take a hit. Now, we know that there are several options being discussed reportedly by the Israelis. Media here is suggesting that all options are on the table, but one that is being closely looked at is Israel targeting critical infrastructure inside of Iran, including oil and gas facilities. Now, the thinking reportedly goes from inside that decision-making circle is that hitting those facilities could really hurt the Iranian economy, just given how reliant they are on those fossil fuels amid their sanction-strapped economy. We know amongst all of this, close conversations are taking place between Israel and the United States. I think Israel is acutely aware that any sort of response of that magnitude could spiral the entire West Asia region into a war, which is why they are trying to keep the US very close in all of this. But we have to remember that Iran has said that any sort of response from Israel will garner yet another retaliation larger than the one that they saw earlier in the week. In Tel Aviv, I'm Trent Murray, NDTV.